Okay, welcome back. Welcome to a new class, class number 53. And we're getting closer and closer. Cada vez más cerca. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the first quarter of our classes, the first trimester. Not bad. I want to review, I want to go over the two extremely important points of class 52. So let's move. Let's migrate to camera number 1. Okay? All right, to be in charge of and to be worth. Vale la pena. It's worth it. Estoy encargado de todo esto. I'm in charge of all of this. I'm in charge of everything. I'm in charge of the water. I'm in charge of the pens. I'm in charge of the method. I'm in charge of the cameras. I'm in charge of the lighting. I'm in charge of the sound system. I'm in charge of the set. I'm in charge of the background, the virtual background. I'm in charge of the floor management. I'm in charge of the teaching. I'm in charge of the teachers. I'm in charge of the students, or victims, as we say. I'm in charge of everything. In charge of, 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 in charge of. Practicad eso. In charge of. No quiero separar estas palabras. No quiero separarlas en in charge of, porque en la historia de la lengua inglesa se ha dicho así. Siempre se junta como una sola palabra. In charge of. In charge of. Es como aquí, pa'lante, tira pa'lante. Nada de la historia de la lengua española ha dicho para adelante. All right, I think. All right, in charge of. I'm in charge of everything, which is not true. In fact, to tell you the truth, I don't think I'm in charge of practically anything. I'm hardly in charge of anything. Okay? I'm in charge of almost nothing. I'm in charge of my classes. Eso sí, mis propias clases. I'm in charge of those. Yeah. I'm not even in charge of the content. The content is based on my original content, but small modifications for television. And so when I'm here, I look at it as, I have to teach this. I'm in charge of teaching what they tell me to teach. So to tell you the truth, I'm not in charge of anything here. Yeah. Together with my colleagues, I'm in charge of motivating you. I'm in charge of insisting. I'm in charge of begging you to make an effort. I'm in charge of technically explaining certain points of grammar and illustrating how the grammar is used in endless number of examples. So I'm in charge of doing a few things that are critical for the success of this English course. Now, what are you in charge of? Well, you're in charge of making an effort. You're in charge of watching this show every day. You're in charge of your own success. You're in charge of your own person. And you're in charge of your own happiness. Okay, etc., etc. In charge of. ¿Quién es el responsable aquí? Who's in charge? ¿Quién está al cargo? Who's in charge here? Who's the manager here? Y recordad, no se dice nunca, I am the responsible. Responsable. No. No existe eso. I am in charge. I'm the manager. May I help you? Is there a problem? I'm the manager. Soy el responsable. I'm the manager. May I help you? Y luego, to be worth it. Importantísimo. Madre mía, es muy importante. It's not worth it. Las veces que se dice a diario, it's not worth. It's not worth doing that. You know, is it worth it? Going abroad. Not to study English necessarily. Well, first, going abroad. Is going abroad worth it, in your opinion? Is it worth spending the time and the money to go abroad for 1 year? No. In my opinion, it's not. For 5 years, yes, but not for 1. Because if you go abroad for 1 year, it's simply not enough time. Because if you really think about it, if you go to Philadelphia or to Brighton or to Liverpool or to Dublin or to Los Angeles or to Sydney, Australia, working or studying there, you will speak or hear 3 or 4 net hours of English a day. The rest of the hours are transition hours, going from one place to another, being alone, sleeping, etc. But net hours of productive speech or listening, 4 hours a day. Okay? So, Progress is slow. Progress is slow. And when you go abroad, people don't correct you. So you develop bad habits. In order to survive, you take pieces of the grammar of English, put them together, and people understand you. Yeah, people understand you. Yo soy aquí como tu profesor. It's completely wrong. But people will not correct me, probably, in the street or in the factory or wherever. And so you develop bad habits, and they become ingrained, incrustados, and then it's, for the rest of your life, you speak poor English. If you spend 1 year abroad, okay? So it's not worth it. To spend 5 years abroad, perhaps, it's worth it, because you consolidate and you hear enough English that finally you begin to say things in a good grammatical way, and you become more effective, and you speak with more aplomb, and produce better results. So maybe for 5 years it's worth it. It's worth it. Now, living abroad, forget the language question, is worth it. In my opinion, it's always worth it. And I recommend between the age of 18 and 23, or 18 and 25, I always recommend living abroad. It's a mind-opening experience. It opens your mind. It changes you, always positively, in my opinion. It changes you for the better. You realize that your home, your city, and your country is just one small spot on this planet, and not necessarily influential. That there are many other ways of approaching life. There are many other ways of doing things. There are many different ways of educating children. There are many ways of enjoying life, sports, and political activity, etc. And so you learn a lot, so it's worth it. Going abroad, living abroad is worth it. If I were the president of Spain, declaración hipotética, if I were the president of Spain, I would try to insist that every young Spanish student spend a year living and studying abroad, whether it be in Canada or in Germany or in Japan. For me, it's a good experience, and it opens people's minds, and it makes people less inclined to reject other races, and it makes people simply more intelligent, in my opinion. So it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. I think it's worth it. And learning English is worth it too. Okay. I'll be back in a few minutes after our next teacher and to continue class 53.
Hello, hello. Welcome and thank you, Richard. My name is Fitz and we are joined again today by Beatrice. How are you, Beatrice?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Very well, very well. Are you ready for some action and some work?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are you ready for some action and work? Okay. We're going to, with the help of Beatrice, review your last class. Okay. We'll begin with in charge of. In charge of. Are you in charge of the sales department?
No, I'm not in charge of the sales department.
Okay, very good. And how do you say that in Spanish? I'm not in charge of the sales department.
Yo no estoy encargada del departamento de ventas.
Okay, very good. In charge of, in charge of. She's not in charge of the sales department. Are you in charge of me?
No, I'm not in charge of you.
Okay, okay. Who's in charge of the Vatican?
The Vatican, el Papa, the Pope,
Pope?
the Pope. The Pope is in charge of the Vatican.
Very good. So, who's in charge of the Vatican? Who's in charge of the Vatican? The Pope is in charge of the Vatican. Try pronouncing it. In charge of, in charge of. Very good. One more time. The Pope is in charge of the Vatican. Okay. Who was in charge? You love football, don't you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Who was in charge of the Spanish team when they won the European Championships? Luis Aragonés.
Okay. Luis Aragonés was in charge of the Spanish team when they won the European Cup
Very good.
last year.
Okay. So Luis Aragonés was in charge of the Spanish team when they won the European Championships. Okay, he was in charge of the Spanish team when they won the European Championships. Who's in charge of them now? Vicente del Bosque.
Vicente del Bosque is in charge of the Spanish football team now.
Now, okay. So Vicente del Bosque is in charge of the Spanish football team now. Vicente del Bosque is in charge of the Spanish football team now. Those questions were especially for Beatriz because she loves football. Okay. Who's in charge in your house?
Well, I am in charge.
You're in charge in your house?
Yes.
Okay. Who's in charge of me?
I don't know who's in charge of you.
My boss.
Okay, okay.
My boss is in charge of me.
Sure.
So who's in charge of me?
Your boss is in charge of you.
Very good. Okay. Who's in charge of the United States government?
Nowadays, currently.
Okay.
Oh my God. Clean? No.
Barack
oh my
Obama?
God. Oh my God. I don't believe it. Okay, yeah, it's true. Barack Obama is in charge of the United States nowadays.
Okay, very good. So he's in charge of the United States nowadays. Very good, nowadays. He's in charge of the United States nowadays. Okay? Now, have you ever been in charge of a charging bull? A charging bull?
No, I've never been in charge of a charging bull.
Okay? A bull that is running very, very quickly.
Okay.
So you've never been in charge of a charging bull. How do you say charging bull in Spanish?
Un toro que va corriendo muy rápido.
Okay, so she's never been in charge of a charging bull. Okay, have you? Repeat the sentence. I've never been in charge of a charging bull. Okay, one more time. I've never been in charge of a charging bull. Okay, are you ready for some more questions?
Yes, I am.
Okay, now we're going to practice with it's worth it. It's worth it. Okay, do you think, Beatriz, it's worth it? In general, is it worth it? Is life worth it?
Okay, I think life is worth it.
Life is worth it. I think life is worth it. Again?
I think life is worth it.
Okay, and how do you say that in Spanish?
Que la vida merece la pena.
Okay, very good.
O vale la pena.
Very good. Okay, are you worth it?
Yes, I think I'm worth it.
Oh, of course you're worth it, Beatriz. Of course you are. Is becoming a doctor worth it?
Yes, becoming a doctor is worth it.
Very good. Becoming a doctor is worth it. Becoming a doctor is worth it. Okay? One more. I want you to ask me something. Ask me if it's worth buying a travel card every month.
Fitz, is it worth buying a travel card every month?
Very good. Is it worth buying a travel card every month? Is it worth buying a travel card every month? How do you say travel card in Spanish? Here in Madrid.
El
abono,
el
¿no?
bono de autobuses.
Okay. So is it worth buying a travel card every month? Yes, I think it's worth buying a travel card every month. Okay? It'll be worth it for you if you continue to practice your English. And don't forget to keep pronouncing. Thank you and goodbye.
I have a question. What's the weather like right now? I've been in this studio all afternoon, so I haven't gone outside. Is it raining? Is it cold? Is it mild? Is it hot? Is it freezing cold? Is it boiling hot? What's the temperature? What's the weather like? Is it cloudy? Is it clear? Is it overcast? What's the weather like? You don't know? Well, let's go to camera one and let's analyze different scenarios concerning the weather. Camera one. Okay. Fahrenheit, centigrade, or Celsius. There are two words for centigrade. Centígrados. centigrade, or Celsius. Y cuando hablamos de grados, 2 grados bajo cero, decimos degrees. What's the temperature? Well, the temperature is 17 degrees above zero. What's the temperature in Alaska? Right now, 17 degrees below zero. Above and below, above and below. Above zero, below zero. Fijaos cómo se pronuncia zero, es una Z. De hecho, los ingleses dicen Z para Z. Los americanos decimos Z, como ZZ Top. Es a rock star, okay? Zero. Above zero, below zero. Degrees. Now, the word grade exists. Grade escrito, pero no es para grados de temperatura. Son para notas de colegio, grades, y también una categoría de diferentes, por ejemplo, gasolinas, sus categorías. High grade, low grade, medium grade, etc. But in temperatures, it's the degrees. What's the temperature outside? What's the temperature outside? The temperature in here is about 32, 33 degrees because of the lights. You see, in this room, there's an air conditioning system. But when I'm on the air, we can't use it because it makes noise. So I start sweating, Maria starts sweating, and in the end, okay, it's a sweatshop, it's a sauna in here. And in the end, the temperature can reach 34 degrees, and so it's hot. But you can't tell. Tú no lo percibes, ¿a que no? Can you tell? Aquí el verbo to tell no significa decir, discernir, percibir. Can you tell that I'm sitting in a sauna? Yeah? It's hot in here. It is really hot. It's boiling hot. To boil is hervir, hirvientemente caluroso aquí. I'm going to die. In the questions of temperature, of course, English is like Spanish. Hace un frío. It's freezing cold. To freeze is congelar o helar. Congelantemente frío. I'm shivering. Shiver is tiritando. I'm shaking is temblando. I'm shivering because it's freezing cold in this room. It's freezing. No tengo que decir cold. It's freezing in this room. Pero solemos añadir cold, que es redundante, pero lo decimos. It's freezing cold in here. Aquí dentro. My God, this is a freezer. This is a refrigerator. It's freezing cold in here. Okay? That's one way. Ahora, cuando hace, it's cold. Huh? It's cold here. Huh? It's chilly in this room. Chilly. Chilly means te da ese frío que no esperas, que te da un poco de escalofrío. It's a bit chilly. Porque chill is enfriar. Porque enfriar vino rosado o vino blanco, to chill the wine. To chill. Hay una frase muy de moda hoy en día, una expresión, chill out, means tranqui, colega. Chill out. Chill out. No te alteres tanto, no es para tanto. Te enfadas por todo. Chill out. All right? Take it easy. All right? Tómate una tila. Relax. Chill out. All right? But chilly means, oof. It doesn't mean it's necessarily cold, but it depends on you. Some people get cold very easily. All right? And that's chilly. And then when the weather is 21, 22, oh, the weather's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's really nice. Nice weather. Yeah, maybe 21, 22 degrees. A slight breeze. Un leve vientecillo. Breeze, breeze, significa brisa. Pero en español, brisa normalmente es de mar. Pero breeze en inglés es de mar también, la brisa marina. Pero también es cualquier corriente de aire que, many years ago, before houses in Spain had air conditioning, in the summer, the people opened the windows on one side of the building, on the other side, in order to, and praying, que pase un airecito por aquí. It's a breeze. And it's like nirvana, when just a small breeze that lowers the temperature from 34 to 31 degrees in the house. Yes, degrees. So the weather can be nice. And then the weather is warm. I like warm weather. Tipo templado. Mild weather. Mild means templado. También es suave, cigarros suaves. Mild tobacco. Not strong tobacco. También en modales suaves una persona. Clark Kent, el famoso Superman. He was a mild manners, de maneras suaves. Reportero del Daily Planet. He was the mild-mannered reporter for the Daily Planet. Mild, okay? A mild cigarette and mild weather. Everybody likes mild weather. The weather's not cold, it's not cool, it's warm, but not too hot. But then the weather starts getting hot. It says, my God, it's hot. Oh, and it's interesting, the British and the Americans are very different. Yeah, imagine the temperature in the shade in la sombra is 38 degrees centigrade, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Imagine. And you have one Brit and one American. The Brit will say, oh, it's rather warm today, isn't it? Es un tanto, I think, un tanto caluroso un poquito hoy. And the American will say, Dios, God is hot. So the British are famous for understatement. Literalmente subdeclaración, decir las cosas por debajo de la realidad. Oh, it's a bit warm in 38 degrees. And the Americans, no. We can exaggerate. Oh, it's burning hot. It's boiling hot outside. The temperature. And then it's cloudy. It's a cloudy day. Yeah. But who cares about the clouds? ¿A quién le importan las nubes si estamos tú y yo juntos? Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Okay. Happy trails to you. The sunny weather, cloudy weather, and the sky is blue, the sky is clear, or the sky está tapado de nubes, cubierto todo, overcast. But we need to talk about the weather a lot more in the future, okay? I'll be back after a station break from our sponsors. It's a sunny day, it's a cloudy day, it's an overcast day, cielo cubierto, gris, it's a gray day, the weather is bad, the weather's awful today. It's a rainy day, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. A rainy day, just right for lazing away. A rainy day, a foggy day, con niebla. It's a foggy day in London town. Un antiguo poema. Un día de niebla en el pueblo o la ciudad de Londres. It's a foggy day in London town. Foggy, rainy, sunny, cold, freezing, hot, boiling hot. Nice, a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. But it's time for me to say goodbye. One more teacher, and then I'm back.
Thank you, Richard. Hi, everyone. I'm Hannah, and welcome to another practice session or practice block with me. We're going to get started in just a second. Let's say hello to my student for today, David. Hi, David.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you today?
I'm feeling great. Thank you.
Good. Great. I love it when my students feel great. Okay, we're going to review what you just learned from Richard, so I really hope you paid attention. He talked about temperatures, right? Temperatures and weather conditions. So let's get started. So I'm going to say a few sentences, and I want you to listen up very carefully, because I'll ask you some questions after I say my sentences. Here we go. I was in Leeds last week, and it was around 3 degrees in the mornings. What was the temperature?
It was 3 degrees.
Good. And how hot was it?
It was cold.
Okay, good. It was cold. Very good. So I want you to listen to the temperature that I give. Remember, temperature. And pronunciation, temperature. Temperature. We put the accent on the first syllable. Temperature. Temperature. And for grados, do we say grades? David, for grados, do we say grades?
No, we don't.
No. Good. What do we say?
We say degrees.
Perfect. Great. So again, we don't say grades. Grados are not grades in English. This is a false friend, amigo falso. So we say, what do we say again, David?
Degrees.
Yes. So we say degrees, dime degrees, because grades means something else in English. What does it mean? What does the word grades mean in English?
I don't know.
It means notas.
Ah, okay.
Yes, notas del colegio,
Uh-huh.
like the grades that you receive in school. Okay, in the United States, we get letter grades, A, B, C. Those are grades, not grados. That would be degrees. Okay, I was in Las Vegas last summer, and it was over 45 degrees in the shade. What was the temperature?
It was over 45 degrees.
Very good. It was over 45 degrees. Now, how hot was it?
It was boiling.
Great, good. Repeat again.
It was boiling.
Okay, it was boiling. So this expression, it was boiling, as in literalmente estaba hirviendo. Okay, remember the verb to boil is hervir. So we use this and apply it to weather when we say hace pero un calor que te mueres, right? So it's very, 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 very hot. Then we say it's boiling. Okay, so over 45 degrees in the shade, in la sombra, then yes, it was boiling. Very hot, very, very hot. Okay, next example. My brother was in Iceland in winter, and it was minus 15 degrees. What was the temperature?
It was minus 15 degrees.
Good, good. Minus 15. Minus 15 degrees.
Minus 15 degrees.
Very good, excellent. So it was minus 15 degrees. So bajo cero, 15 bajo cero, right? So minus 15 degrees. How cold was it?
It was freezing.
Good, very good. Okay, repeat again.
It was freezing.
Good. It was freezing. That's when it's the opposite of it was boiling, which is mucho, mucho, mucho calor. It was freezing, as in un frío que te, again, que te mueres, okay? So it was very, very, very cold. It was freezing, freezing. Literally, freeze comes from the verb congelar, okay? So literally we're saying estaba congelado, okay? It was freezing. My neighbor was in New York last fall, and it was 23 degrees. What was the temperature?
It was 23 degrees.
Good. And how cold was it?
It was mild.
Okay, very good. Great. It was 23 degrees. It was mild. Okay, mild is templado, right? Templado, so ni hacía calor ni hacía frío, right? So it wasn't hot, it wasn't cold, it was just right. Okay, so it was 23 degrees, which is a very nice, comfortable temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. So it was mild. It was mild. So the temperature was mild. My friends were in Madrid last summer, and it was about 38 degrees. What was the temperature?
It was about 38 degrees.
Okay, good. And how hot was it?
It was hot.
Okay, very good. It was hot. So it was about 38 degrees, and it was hot. It was hot. So 38 degrees, I'd say that's hot.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, that's pretty hot. Okay, but it's not boiling.
No,
right?
it's
No,
not boiling.
I
no.
wouldn't say it's boiling.
You can stand it.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. You
Yeah.
can stand it, yeah. And also, luckily, here in Madrid, it's a very dry heat.
Yes.
Which is great.
Yes, it is.
right? Because can you imagine having, 38 degrees or 45 degrees plus, 80, 90, or 100% humidity? Okay, that's when we really want to just,
Yeah.
right, melt, derretir, melt, okay? Okay. Your sister was in Canada in December, and it was minus 5 degrees. What was the temperature?
It was minus 5 degrees.
And how cold was it?
It was cold. Or
Okay, it was very cold.
Very cold.
Yes, it was very cold. It was very cold. Again, maybe not freezing, maybe? Would you say it was freezing? Or
For me, yes, because I don't like cold.
All right.
For me, it was freezing.
Okay, so you don't like cold weather.
I don't like cold weather.
Okay, yeah, me neither. I don't like cold weather, but then I don't like extremely hot weather either. I like mild weather. Of
Okay.
course, everyone likes mild weather.
Yes.
Something that's just in the middle between too hot or too cold, freezing and boiling. So right down the middle, like California weather.
For example.
Oh, exactly. Great. Exactly. In California, the weather is just right. It's not too hot, not too cold, and I live about 30 minutes from the beach, so it's fantastic.
Wow, I want to
Yes.
go.
Okay, good. Anytime.
Okay.
And of course, the heat isn't humid, which is great, just like Madrid. So in Southern California, we don't have heat with humidity like a lot of the coast here in Spain, right? Like the eastern coast of Spain, it's very humid, and the
Yes.
southern coast too. But what about the northern coast? Is it very humid?
Yes, it is.
Ah, in the
It is
northern
very
coast
humid.
too?
Yes.
Okay, I've never been to the northern coast
Yes, everything is green.
in summer.
Yes, because
Okay.
it rains a lot.
Ah,
yes.
claro, of course. Okay, I've never been to the north in the summer, so I'm not sure. Okay, great. So let's look at the expressions again. Repeat after me. It was 3 degrees.
It was 3 degrees.
It was minus 15 degrees.
It was minus 15 degrees.
It was over 45 degrees.
It was over 45 degrees.
Great. Now repeat. It was cold.
It was cold.
It was hot.
It was hot.
It was freezing.
It was freezing.
Good. It was boiling.
It was boiling.
It was mild.
It was mild.
Okay, very good. So the adjectives here are hot, cold, mild, boiling, freezing, or you can say very hot, very cold, así, etc. And remember, what do we say for grados? What do we say for grados?
Degrees.
Okay, muy bien. So please say degrees. Y nunca, nunca, nunca decimos grades. Grades are notas del colegio. So degrees and temperature. Repeat, temperature.
Temperature.
Perfect. On that perfect note, I'll say goodbye and pass you back to Richard.
Okay, we have some work to do. Llegaron sanos y salvos. Salvos, qué palabra más rara. Sanos y salvos llegaron. They arrived. Aquí se dice arrive, no get. They arrived safe and sound. ¿Seguros y sonados? Ah, wait. I'll explain sound on camera number 1. They arrived. Llegaron sanos y salvos. They arrived safe and sound. Safe and sound. Sound, además de sonido, the sound, significa sano de cuerpo y mente. Sound. In mente sano, corpore sano. I don't remember the Latin expression, but he is sound in mind and body. Sound in mind and body. Okay? Safe and sound means sano y salvo. All right? He's safe and sound. They arrive safe and sound. Tarde o temprano lo vas a tener que hacer, amigo mío. Sooner or later, you're going to have to do it. Yeah, pay taxes? Sooner or later, you're going to have to do it. Because experts and philosophers say that there are only 2 things that are sure in life. Death, la muerte, death, and taxes. Okay? And some medical researchers and experts today are saying that it's possible to defeat death. That the possibility of becoming immortal is not to be ruled out. It could happen by controlling the chromosomes. So in the future, the only thing sure in life will be taxes, not death. Okay? Sooner or later, tarde o temprano, antes o después, sooner or later, eventually, es otra forma de decir tarde o temprano. Curioso, no, eventually no significa eventualmente. Eventually doesn't mean eventualmente. It's what we call a false friend. It means antes o después. Eventually tendrás que hacerlo. Sooner or later, or eventually, you'll have to do it. Estás rizando el rizo, eh? You're splitting hairs. Que es, ¡pum! A hair. Un pelito aquí, a hair. Y con esta navaja tan afilada, with this very, very sharp knife, I split the hair into 2 different hairs. It's rizar el rizo. It's either, it's to go too far. Nah. You're going too far. Vas más lejos. No es para tanto. No, it's not that important. You're splitting hairs. Okay? It doesn't matter. Look, I need water during the class. Now, to keep the cup full, completely full all the time, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And arguing with Maria about this, you're splitting hairs. Come on. It's not important. Okay? You're splitting hairs. Nací en los años 50. I was born. Born in the USA. I was born. Yo fui dado a luz, o yo fui parido, literalmente, porque to bear es un verbo parir. Born es su participio pasado, parido. Fui parido. Nací. I was born in the 50s. In the 60s, no, I wasn't born in the 60s and I wasn't born in the 40s. I was born in the 50s. In fact, I was born in the early 50s, principios de los 50. I wasn't born in the mid-50s, nor in the late 50s. The early 60s, the mid-60s, the late 60s, the early 70s, the mid-70s, the late 70s. A finales de, o hacia finales de los 70, hacia finales de los 80, in the late 80s, a mediados de los 80, in the mid-80s, a comienzos de los 80, in the early, mid, late, the early, se pone di delante, the early 60s, the mid 60s, the late 60s. Nací en los años 50. I was born in the 50s, and to be precise, in the early 50s. No han cruzado la meta todavía. They haven't crossed. They haven't crossed. They haven't crossed the finish line yet. La línea de meta. Físico, son corredores. They are runners. They're running the 400 meters or the 800 meters, and they haven't crossed the finish line yet. Fijaos cómo pronuncio todavía. Yet. No digáis jet. Jet es un avión a reacción. Yet. No soy miembro de la jet todavía. I'm not a member of the jet. Eso sí es con reactor. Jet set yet. Hierba, hielo, hiedra, yet. Yet, hiedra. La pronunciación de la Y en inglés es como la H-I-E en español. Hierba, yet. Okay. They haven't crossed the finish line yet. And you can use that figuratively. Nuestro objetivo es aumentar las ventas un 20%, but we haven't crossed the finish line yet. Oh, amigo mío, tendrás que recurrir a enchufes para conseguir eso. O sea, tus contactos. You'll have to pull some strings to get that. Vas a tener que tirarle unas cuerditas de influencia para conseguir eso, como las cuerdas que mueven una marioneta. You'll have to pull some strings. To pull strings, tirar de cuerditas, es conseguir cosas mediante contactos a quien conoces, más que qué es lo que sabes. People you know. In Spain, in many moments, it's more important who you know than what you know. Personal relationships and networking is very important in this country. That's a typical Latin phenomenon. It's less prevalent in Nordic and Anglo-Saxon countries. Here it's extremely important who you know. Okay. So, no hemos cruzado la meta todavía. You haven't crossed the finish line, and tendrás que recurrir a enchufes. You'll have to pull some strings if you want to get that. Ay, tuve que recurrir a amenazas para conseguir eso. I had to resort to threats. I said, Higinio, if you don't study more, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to strangle you. And Higinio said, okay, boss, tú mandas. You're the boss. And he's studying now. I had to resort to threats. To resort to. Recurrir a. Como último recurso. As a last resort, I will use violence as a last resort for you to study English. I don't come here and teach because I like to teach. You have to learn. If you don't learn, I'm coming after you. Voy a por ti. And I'm going to resort to anything necessary. And I will use violence too, but only as a last resort. I usually don't resort to violence. Aquí estoy usando la palabra como verbo y como sustantivo, como multirrecurso y recurrir a. La misma palabra, resort. Okay. Not true though. Yes, all right. I'll be back in a few minutes after our next teacher to finish this program.
Thank you very much, Richard. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. You're back again here at your favorite course with your favorite teacher and your favorite student. What a perfect day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vaughan Inglés 4.0, 4.0. I'm your teacher, Alberto Alonso, and your student, or your classmate, okay? Your classmate. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Diana. Hello, Diana. How are you?
I'm great, Alberto. How are you?
Okay. I'm okay. I'm in a good mood. I can't complain. No me puedo quejar. How do you say quejarse?
To complain. Complain.
So wait. How do you say quejarse?
To complain.
Okay. And how do you say una queja?
A complaint.
Eso es. Complain. I don't want to. Complaint. Una queja. This is a complaint form here. All right. Now, are you having a good time here on 4.0?
Yes, of course.
Are you learning?
Yes, I'm learning.
That's the idea. If you're having a good time and you're learning, then you're doing something right. All right? Because that's the idea. We don't want to be bored. Do you want to be bored? I don't. I don't want to be bored. Do you want to learn? Yeah, I do too. And I learn a lot of Spanish. In fact, I'm going to learn 5 new Spanish words today. But you're going to learn 5 new English words. Okay? Are you ready? Here we go. How do you say tartamudear?
To stutter.
To stutter. 5 points.
Yeah.
Do I stutter? Es una expresión en inglés cuando alguien dice, ¿qué? ¿Dijiste eso de do I stutter? ¿Que no me entendiste? Es como decir, no lo dije claro.
Okay.
What, do I stutter? Okay. To stutter. Tartamudear. To stutter. Okay, how do you say tomar el pelo? Not take your hair. No decimos take your hair.
To make fun of.
To make fun of es burlarse de, right? O meterse con. Pero tenemos otra, to tease.
Okay.
Don't tease him. No te metas con él. No le vacilas. No le vaciles, right? To tease. To tease. You want? No. You can't have it. I'm teasing you. I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. Okay, now how do you say
To tear.
to tear?
Tear.
Se escribe lágrima. To tear. Hay 2 palabras. Este es 2 verbos. To tear es esto. To tear. Pero también to tear is what happens when they put on my makeup, cuando me maquillan. My eyes are very sensitive and they tear. Okay, so I'm not crying. It's not emotional. But my eyes are tearing because I have allergies. Because I'm tired, right? Your eyes tear. So this is a verb too. To tear or to
Tear.
tear. Very good. How do you say rascacielos? Scrape skies. No.
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper, that's right. Skyscraper, 5 points for that one too. Skyscraper. And how do you say simplificar?
To simplify.
To simplify. No simplificate. Eso no vale. To simplify. Okay? Well, ladies and gentlemen, those are your 5 vocabulary words. Yeah, I'll give you 5 tomorrow, don't worry. But study those for now. All right, ask me what else we're going to do.
What else are we going to do?
One more time.
What else are we going to do?
What do you want to know?
I want to know what else we are going to do.
Perfect. We're going to take a look at a translation list. Okay, translation list number 5. All right, here we go. Llegaron sanos y salvos.
They got there safe and sane.
And sound.
Sound,
Casi.
okay.
Me gusta, pero no vale. Okay. One more time.
They got there safe and sound.
Yeah, safe and sound is sanos y salvos. They got there safe and sound. Ask me.
Did they get there safe and sound?
Yes, they got there safe and sound. Okay. Tarde o temprano vas a tener que hacerlo.
Latest or no?
Sooner or later.
Yeah.
Es que el sooner va adelante. ¿no?
Sooner
En
or,
inglés lo hacemos al inverso,
Yeah.
temprano o tarde, right?
sooner or later, you are going to.
Vas a tener que hacerlo.
You
You are going to have to
do it.
Okay, so
Sooner or later, you are going to have to do it.
okay, ask me. Tarde o temprano tendrás que.
Sooner or later, are you going to have to do it?
Okay. O mejor si es la pregunta al final. Are you going to have to do it sooner or later?
Okay.
Okay. Are you going to have to do it? Estás rizando el rizo. Y no es you're curling the curl.
I can't remember.
Okay. You're splitting hairs. Estás cogiendo pelos y dividiéndolos. You're splitting hairs. Nací en los años 50.
I was born in the 50s.
You look great. I had no
Thank you.
idea. You look very young for your age. Okay. I was born in the 50s. Ask me when my mother was born.
When was your mother born?
What do you want to know? Sorry.
I want to know when your mother was born.
She was born in the 50s. She was born in 1951, to be exact. ¿Ok? No han cruzado la meta todavía.
They haven't crossed the finish line yet.
Ahora todo más fluido, ¿lo tienes?
They haven't crossed the finish line yet.
Ask me.
Do they have they crossed the finish line yet?
Have they crossed the finish line yet? No, they haven't crossed the finish line yet. Ask me why.
Why haven't they crossed the finish line yet?
Very good. Vamos a forrarnos en este negocio.
You're going to.
Vamos.
We are going to roll in it. Or?
Okay, we're going to be rolling in it, or we're going to make a killing.
Oh yes.
Forrarse is to
Yes,
make a killing. So one more time.
Eh.
Vamos a forrarnos en este negocio.
We are going to make a killing with this business.
Okay, in this business.
In this business.
Okay, we're going to make a killing in this business. Okay, ask me.
Are we going to make a killing in this business?
Yeah, we're going to make a killing in this business. Tendrás que recurrir a enchufes para conseguir eso.
You should have.
You'll have to, tendrás que.
Okay. You'll have to.
How do you say tirar de cuerdas?
To.
Pull some strings.
Okay.
Recurrir a enchufes en inglés es to pull some strings. Okay? Tendrás que recurrir a enchufes para conseguir eso.
You have to pull some strings to achieve that.
To get that.
To get that.
Más natural.
Okay.
Okay, you'll have to pull some strings to get that.
You'll have to pull some strings to get that.
Yeah, okay. Tuve que recurrir a amenazas.
I had to.
Dice recurrir a, no sé, to resort to.
Resort.
Resort to.
I had to resort to threaten.
Threats.
Threats.
Okay. Threaten es el verbo, threat es el sustantivo.
Okay.
Is that a threat? Okay, threat. Okay, so one more time. Tuve que recurrir a amenazas.
I had to resort to threats.
Yeah, I had to resort to threats. Ask me.
Did you no? Yeah. Did you have to resort to threats?
Yes, I had to resort to threats when my students didn't study. I had to. Sorry, it's nothing else. Okay, I couldn't do anything else about it. No me gusta correr riesgos.
I don't like to run risks.
Perfect pronunciation. Risks. 5 points. Okay. ¿Quién dirige este cotarro? ¿Quién lleva la voz cantante?
Who rules?
Who's running the show?
Oh, okay.
Llevar la voz cantante is to run the show. Okay, who's running the show? Who is running the show? How do you say ritmo? Pace.
Pace. Yeah.
All right, next time I'm going to get you on that one. Keep studying, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you next time.
Okay. All right. Class 53. We're progressing. We're moving right along. Moving right along. Yeah. We're moving along. We're making progress. We are advancing step by step, little by little, slowly but surely. And what I said about 7 or 8 minutes ago is not really true. I don't resort to violence as a way of motivating my students. However, it might not be a good idea. It might not be such a bad idea, because I've been teaching for 35 years, and the vast majority, inmensa mayoría, the vast majority of my students don't learn very well, but it's because they don't work hard enough. Maybe if I resorted to serious threats, they would study more. What do you think? We'll talk about it tomorrow. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.